Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble pranams at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Dearest Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, so wonderful that we create a temple of love, a temple of God for Swami, wherever we are, through the love and devotion that radiate from our heart. It's always great when we gather like this for a satsang. Swami would say there are 9 forms of devotion. You know it, the 9 forms? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, 3 forms happen when we come like this, Shravanam happens, Kirtanam happens, and Smaranam happens. We are singing His glory, we are listening to His glory, and we are thinking of His glory. So I think satsang is a great way of covering 33.33% of all the forms of devotion there is. When, a person who was active, an active young adult, an active youth, he was once narrating to me how when they would do a lot of seva, service activities, and they go to Swami, Swami's response would vary. If you go and tell Swami that, Swami, I went and did service in 10 villages, Swami will be happy. But if you go and tell Swami, 10 of us did service in this village, Swami will be more happy. Because for Swami, it is not about the number of villages served. Because for Swami, service is not about helping somebody else. Service is something we do to uplift ourselves. This is very important to realize, especially in this land of plenty, where it looks like service opportunities are very few. We will cook food and serve. What happens if you don't cook food and serve in that shelter? Somebody else will cook food and serve. There are so many organizations who are doing it. Also, we are not critical. No, it is critical. That seva is critical because I need that seva. And that is why Swami would be more happy when you say 10 of us went and served one village rather than I went and served 10 villages, because for him it is never about quantity at all. It's about how many of you got uplifted. 10 of you got uplifted, so that is wonderful. There only 1 got uplifted, so not so good. So that is the difference in the way God sees and the way man sees. We see by quantity. We see how many barrels of milk is there, while God sees whether that is donkey's milk or cow's milk. A teaspoon of cow milk, Swami would say, is better than a barrel full of donkey's milk. Swami would come, this is always like this. The way divine perspective is, it is so different. We bring in our own perspectives from our corporate lives possibly, measuring, school, everything. We measure in that way. Swami came once and he was speaking to some students. He asked him, boy, how much marks you got? That boy got up proudly. He said, Swami, 91% or something like that. Swami said, study hard, you should get more. Not good enough. Like, Swami, okay. Then Swami looks at another boy, you, how much you got? Then we all look, who is that boy? Swami is speaking up. Oh, he is a weak student. Okay, Swami, if you were not happy with that fellow's marks, you are going to get disappointed now. This boy himself is hesitating to tell Swami. How much you got? Tell. Swami says, how much? Swami 60. Just let. Tell how much? Swami 65. Very good. No, you wonder, Swami, this is not rank, this is marks. Is 65 better than 91? No. That's for us. Because we are directly, 91 is better. But for Swami, when you look back, when you go deeper, possibly this is a boy who got 91 who is capable of getting 95. If only he puts 100% effort. But there's no competition for him in class. Anyway, I'll be the topper. Just relax, chills it out, gets 91, is the topper in the class. Swami is not happy. Possibly this other student, struggling, many times fails in his exams, but decides, Swami, for your sake I'll study. puts 110% effort. And instead of failing, gets 65%. Swami is very happy. That again, see, that is the way God sees things, the way we see things is so different. We think, oh, we have served 500 homeless people. They served only 5 homeless people. We don't know whom Swami will be more happy with. Because it's not about quantity. We think 91% is greater than 65%. But it is not like this because we don't know how God is seeing. God is seeing the efforts. Grateful, we should be grateful for that. That is the reason why we also get a chance to sing in Swami's presence. If Swami had to see results and decide the best of the singers will sing for me, because Swami would always say the best singers only sing for me. And then you hear somebody else best. Right? This fellow is best Swami. What? It's not like that. Swami knows that this person has put in so much effort. We may not be equal in the terms of the results we produce. But we hear, right? All are equal in the eyes of God. How? How can all be equal in the eyes of God? All are equal in the eyes of God because all of us have the equal capacity to put 100% effort. And that's why all are equal. You put 100, you put 100, both I love equally. You put 80, however grand the result, you put 100, you're better for me because you put effort. God judges us by efforts we put in, not the results we produce. God judges us by the quality of service we do, not the quantity of service. It's all different. Everything that we think of and we decide this is how it is becomes different when we see it from God's perspective. So when we, speak of all coming together and doing seva, there's a synergy that gets built. Swami would tell in his discourse very cutely, very sweetly. He will tell as if like he doesn't know. That's also so sweet because it makes it cute. Swami would say, you take A and B and put 2, it will be A2, B2. He's actually saying A raised to the power 2, A square and B square. But you take A plus B and do 2, you will get A2, B2 and 2AB. Right? A plus B whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB. And Swami would say, where the 2AB came from? That's more. See, rather than A doing individually, B doing individually, if A and B come and do together, there's one magical 2AB that gets generated. And those who know maths will know that you do A plus B plus C whole square, it becomes even more. It keeps multiplying. The more come together, the impact, the effect, the result is so much more grander. And that is why Swami would always say that come together. Unity, Swami would say. Unity leads to purity, leads to divinity. No? So yes, unity. Yes, let's all come together. Let's all be together. But what does it mean again? What do we mean by unity? What do we mean by coming together? Because the same Swami who emphasized on unity tells the story of how there was once a snake that would bite everyone. And when the Buddha passed through the village, the Buddha tells the snake, what are you doing, Cobra? You're biting everybody. Tell me, Master, what I should do. Don't bite anybody. Okay, done. So Buddha gave a command, snake decided to obey. Next time Buddha comes, snake is battered, bruised, bleeding. Oh, snake, what happened, Cobra? Brother, what? You told don't bite anyone. If I don't bite, they will thrash me. Why they thrashed you? Yes, they came, they saw I'm not biting, they touched me, I didn't bite. They pulled my tail, I didn't bite. Then they say, hey, dumb Cobra, smashed me. This is what it is. Then Buddha tells, I told you not to bite, but did I tell you not to hiss? You hiss. When they come to touch your tail, do they'll keep away. You just see many animals, they just scare. Actually, animals are more scared of us. Because the most vicious, cruel, terrible animal on earth is human being. So they defend with, you go near a lion, it won't attack you. It'll just do one, it'll try to, he'll try to scare you away, that's all. So the Buddha tells the snake that I told you not to bite. I didn't tell you don't hiss. Yes. So in the same way, the same Swami, he says, you must be united, all come together. Kalasi melasi perugudam, kalasi melasi tirugudam. The same Swami says, run away from bad company. Don't even be near bad company. So many times this happens. So how do I put these two together in one discourse? I used to wonder. I used to also wonder, Swami, which one do you want me to follow? They would tell, no, see, when you go, no, Swami is speaking specific to you what you need. That's okay for devotees who come for Guru Purnima or Christmas. Swami, I'm student here. Every discourse I'm listening. Which one should I follow? Which one should I follow? In one discourse, Swami says, whatever you want, ask from God. It's your right to ask from God. God is your mother, father, friend, everything it is. Ask. If not God, whom will ask? You get inspired? Next day, Swami tells in discourse, Adugakuve o manasa, meaning, oh mind, don't ask. Because if you ask, it won't be given. If you don't ask, it will be given. Swami, now should I ask or should I not ask? I used to wonder, Swami, why do you do this? Stick to one message, one consistent thing, But all these doubts again come because our perspective. We think, this means you should tell this way only. But this is also true, that is also true. How? If we introspect, if we look deeper, we'll understand. In grade 7 or grade 8, anybody here in grade 7, grade 8? Learning Bohr's model of the atom. Anybody knows the Bohr's model of atom? Yeah. So how is the atom? What's in the center of the atom? The nucleus. And around the atom? Orbits are there with electrons. You know what? What they're teaching you now, 5 years later, they will tell you this is all rubbish. They'll bring something called the quantum mechanical model. Okay? Yeah. But don't worry, your formula will work for you. Okay? So I used to wonder, why do we do this in education? The quantum mechanical model is the model of the atom. Maybe now it's more advanced. Maybe I'm outdated. But this much I know, that quantum mechanical model is a truer model than the Bohr's atomic model. Then, now that you know, why are you still teaching wrong things? No, let them learn that. Once they understand that will work. For most of the cases it will work. It's not comprehensive, but it's okay. For most of the things it's okay. Once they learn that, then we will teach why that is not right and go ahead. So for 8th grade, that's what I'll teach. For college, I will teach something. In nursery, ABCD means something. In PhD, ABCD means something else. These two ABCDs don't match. So, when I used to wonder, why is it that Swami gives contradictory messages, I realized that imagine you're a teacher, you're told, teach kindergarten. You'll teach A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. Then you're told, no, teach 4th standard, you'll see A plus B whole square. A kindergarten kid will never know what is A plus B whole square. What is A? How you are squaring A? No idea. But the same thing in PhD, it will mean something else. So if you are told to teach, and you're an advanced teacher, you will ask, which grade am I teaching? I'm going to the classroom, because right now before coming here also, I quickly did one survey. What are the kind of people who come here? Old-timers, newcomers, kids, elders. To my great disappointment, I saw there's a full mix of everything. And imagine Swami is a teacher like that who is told, you have to teach this class. In this class there is KG, kindergarten student, there are PG students. Literally and figuratively. There are people who have never heard of God, wondering who is God. There are people who want to know where the Kundalini is stuck in the 6th level. And you have literally 6-year-olds and you have got 80-year-olds. And now Swami is supposed to give a discourse. So that's why Swami would say, my discourse is a mixture. It will have everything. Each one what you need now, you will get it. How? Second, I remember in our MSc chemistry classes, whenever Swami would give a discourse, the next day, there was one teacher, Nageshwara sir. He'll come to class and he'll ask, 20 of us will be there. Okay, tell what Swami said, he'll ask. He'll not stop at that. We know the tradition. He'll ask everybody what Swami said. So, some of the students would fight that I'll be the first to go, because they would have slept in the discourse. So, just get, sir, Swami said we should have love. Very safe answer. It'll be there somewhere in the discourse. You can just get it through. But the thing is, when you actually see, and it would be a great pride to be in the end, because what they've missed you can tell. If some random person who has not attended the discourse comes and listens, no, he will wonder whether all of you were in the same discourse or not. You are telling one thing, he is telling one thing. How? That's because Swami has said all those, and each one of us has got inspired by different aspects. You only just try it. Take 5 of you, put a discourse, listen for it for 20 minutes, and just tell one thing what you liked. Everybody would have liked different things. That is the magic of Swami. When Swami delivers a discourse, he makes different part of it inspire you. For some part of the discourse, you would have just dozed. Swami will be speaking of Chittakasha, Bhutakasha, Chidakasha. I have seen some people very keenly. So that was what, I was worrying that, because in the Bhutakasha, no, like, I don't know, for me, Akasha is me, you just dozed off. So things that some people doze for, some people are full alert. Things some people are very interested, it is different. And that is what the avatar can do. When he radiates his message, each one according to what you need, you will receive. So if you ask, should I ask God everything, or should I just shut up and God will give everything? Swami's question will be, what inspired you? Swami, when you said don't ask God anything, I just felt disappointed. But when you said ask God for everything, I felt full josh. Yes, then ask God for everything, because that is your class. So which is higher? That we don't know. So each of us are inspired by different things. I don't know whether I am PhD or I am PG or I am KG. So that we don't know. We don't know who is higher, who is lower. We'll tend to think, Chidakasha means I am higher, Bhajan means you are lower. Nothing like that. We don't know that. That only Swami knows. But the beauty of Swami is, anonymously, without letting each other know who is in which class, he radiates a message which inspires each one of us differently and motivates us, So, I don't know how I got into this line of thought. Let me go back to the story that I wanted to say about unity, So when we say unity, unity. On one hand, Swami says, be united, be together. On the other hand, Swami says, run away from bad company. So which should I follow? If I run away from bad company, I have to check whom I am united with, check around within the center, within the family, within everything, within the class, within the society. Or unity is what leads to purity, which leads to divinity. So I also don't have like specific answers, but there are some inspiring messages. There is an inspiring story, an inspiring experience, which I will just narrate. And I'll pray to Swami that whoever needs to understand whatever, let them. So if you feel awesome and grateful, feel grateful towards him. If you feel it was boring, then blame Swami. No, actually, if you feel it's boring, then I have not been a proper instrument, because Swami is always exciting, beautiful, loving, thrilling, awesome it is. That is what Swami is. So, in the year 2004, it was the year 2004, I was walking and we were all going towards the college in lines. Then we go in fours, 4 like that. We go like one paragraph, moving paragraph, one squad. So one of my classmates is slowly overtaking and he's coming front. He came next to me and he said, Aravind, Swami came in my dream. I said, very nice, okay. What I'll do? Why you are coming? So there's a message for you in that. For me, what happened? Swami wants us to do Independence Day drama. So Independence Day, 15th of August in India, most of you will know. So that is the day when the senior most students of the college, the second year postgraduate students, would put up a drama in the hostel. And that was some thing of great pride for the second year postgraduate students, because you show your acting skills, you show your singing skills, you show your costume skills, you show your creativity, you show your dialogue delivery. This is the day you make a mark. You will be remembered as a batch based on how you did your Independence Day. Oh, that batch, that they put fire to the hostel. No, you do drastic things also. The hostel, we had a quadrangle where there was a ground surrounded by the the hostel 4 wings. In the center, we have a quadrangle. So on the side terrace, suddenly there's a bonfire going on. Then somebody from the top will come sliding down. So many dramatic, this is the time to show off and show that you are the batch that can do it. So when this brother told me, his name is Ranganath Raju. So when Raju told me that Swami came in his dream and said that we should do Independence Day drama, I felt that was like stating the obvious. It was like telling tonight you need to have dinner. Yeah, anyway, we are going to do, man. The Independence Day was about 10 days away, and some people had already started planning what all to do, dramatically. All the yoga skills, karate skills, gymnastic skills, magic skills, everything. We try to showcase the talent of the entire batch and just wow the hostel. That is the goal. Then he said, no, but Swami said he wants us to do it in Kulwant Hall. In Kulwant Hall, no, that is very, very, very edgy thing, First of all, in Kulwant Hall, you can't do such Rajasic dramas, You can't put fire, scream and all that, you have to. Somehow you feel like that, It's our mentality, we think like that. When we used to have even convocation drama roles, Swami will interact with the hero, no doubt. But if somebody is genuinely interested in acting, they want to do the negative roles only. Suppose Buddha and Angulimala is there. Angulimala only has the chance to show some acting skills. Buddha will be peaceful, just walking, right? What acting there like that? Angulimala, no child. Hey Buddha! You get some chances, right? To show you feel like that. Rajasic roles are what? That's why you can't show your talent as a batch in dramas in front of Swami, because all very, very peaceful and it's amazing. There are so many messages. I remember one convocation drama was being done, where this scene of Markandeya was being shown. Markandeya got only 16 years of life, and therefore, when he gets to know that his parents are so sad because he's going to die at 16, he goes and hugs the Shivalinga, and Yama, the god of death, is supposed to appear, and he's putting the noose to take him away. They believe, that is what is the belief, that the god of death comes and takes you away. But because Markandeya is hugging the Shivalingam, his noose falls around both Markandeya and Shivalingam. And Shiva is Mrutyunjaya. He's the one who has mastery over death. Death, licks his feet, like that it is. And then Shiva comes. Hey Yama! What are you, what are you trying to do? You're trying to, death is killed there, The paradoxical statement, but death dies there, because Yama just slinks away, saying, and Markandeya lives on. So this is the scene being depicted, and they all practiced it, and Swami came to see the rehearsal. And Shiva comes like that. Hey Yama! He says. Swami says, hey, stop, what are you doing? Then that boy, Shiva, he immediately cooled down. Yes, he put his Trishula to the side. Yes, Swami. Why are you so angry? Why? Because that's how in every movie it is shown, right? Every comic book, Shiva opens his third eye for Yama. Shiva is the embodiment of love. Okay, Swami. So you should tell lovingly. Swami, okay. In fact, that year's convocation, only for that drama, Swami did it for whatever reason, because when Swami is directing a drama, there is a drama that happens behind the drama. That is the one that actually he's doing it not for entertainment, he's doing it for spiritual uplift. Whatever Swami does is for spiritual uplift. Whether it seems good or bad or happy or sad, whatever. Or simple or mad also sometimes. But it is for the good only. So, for whatever reason Swami is doing, sometimes we don't understand the reason, sometimes we'll understand it after 10 years, sometimes we won't understand it even after 20 years. But this much we know from faith that it is for the good. But that year Swami did it like that, and in fact in the final drama also it was like that. Everybody felt it very strange, but that's how the drama was presented, because that's how Swami wanted it. We are doing everything to please Swami. So Yama throws the noose and Shiva comes. Oh Yama, what are you doing, Yama? This is not right. But Lord, I have to take him. No, Yama, you should not. If you take him, I will be vanquishing you. Okay? You don't know, maybe. And that's how it was like that, Think about it, also feels cool, Because if you see the top dons and gang lords, they don't shout. They listen, no, don't do, okay? If you do, no. The movement of their eyelash itself is scary, So maybe, Shiva did it like a supreme don, we don't know. But I'm just saying, this is how Swami guides and Swami directs. And he would not like, in a drama that was done where basically in that drama, a student goes and transforms some drunkards or something like that. So some drunken students came, Swami got so angry, he said, drunkards. This is Swami, we're just acting. No, you have that in you somewhere. You want to drink. That's why you're acting like drunkards. So you have to be so careful, becoming a villain in the drama, you shouldn't become a villain in Swami's eyes. It would happen like that. In one drama that I acted, there is somebody, I'm the boss of the hero, and that fellow, I have given him some money to get something for the company, and he meets somebody in an accident and he pays off the money to. So I am angry on him. That's it. And after that, Swami, one day Swami says, "Che, you only see, you only. Papam, with such a good heart he's doing, you're getting upset." So, what I'll do, Swami? That's the script. I just quiet. But 2 days later, no? The same scene we depict, because Swami had seen that practice 5-6 times. The same scene we are depicting. And Swami looks at me and says, "What you did is right. This fellow, no? You think it's your father's money? Huh? If you have compassion, earn money and give. Taking others' money and giving, anybody can do." Oh, good, Swami, that's correct. So, I got once, he got once, because it's not about the drama, it's about what happens behind the drama. So, all these things come in. In another drama, in another drama, it's Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Vivekananda. That scene is being depicted. So, Ramakrishna is in his mandir, worshipping Kali. Swami comes and asks, "What is that?" Swami, "Kali idol." Why are you laughing for that? It is idol. It is an idol of Kali. It is called anticipative laughter. He knows that the next line is going to be funny. Yes, indeed. Because Swami said, no, don't keep Kali. Keep Krishna. Swami, I'll send. And Swami sends one Krishna idol. Beautiful idol. How beautiful this idol is. Keep. Swami, Ram Krishna. Means his name is Krishna. He's not worshipping Krishna. He's worshipping Kali, right? But no, put Kali. Put Krishna. So they kept it. Then it looked like that's going to become a permanent fixture. So they said, "Swami, can we get another Krishna idol?" "Which one?" And they showed. One small one was there. So the audience don't see that it is Krishna. They'll at least think one black small Krishna idol they bought. So the audience can think that it is Kali. Because it is Kali in black in color. I mean, no, I have given. Why? What's wrong with my idol? Swami, it's very beautiful. Then put that only. Okay. So that's it. After 1 week, they accepted the inevitability. This drama will have Krishna. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa worshipping Krishna. Okay. One day before drama, Swami comes and tells, "Who kept Krishna there?" "Ramakrishna worshipped Kali." "Yes, Swami." "Then you're keeping Krishna. Remove that Krishna." "Swami, you put..." So Kali was brought back. Thankfully, in this case, we get to know the backstory. The boy who is acting as Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, first day he comes, they keep the idol, he says, "God, how can anyone get love towards this?" Because Mother Kali is a fearsome form, not easy to love. In fact, loving Mother Kali is proof that divine love goes beyond everything. So when he gets that feeling, Swami that day says, "No, remove Kali, put Krishna." Krishna is his childhood Ishta Devata. And over the 7 days, Swami daily teaches him, tells him about Mother Kali, tells him about Mother, gives a mantra to chant. The mantra, I don't know what it is, but slowly he develops love. And when he is ready, Swami says, "No, remove Krishna, put Kali." So the drama behind the drama is so much, and that is why things look strange. And let us remember that on the world stage also, this is a drama only. Things look so, "Swami, this is not the way it's supposed to be." You be quiet, you don't understand. I'm not doing it for plot and story and all. I'm doing it for your spiritual uplift. I'm here to help each and every one of you. That's all I'm here for. I don't care about it. I don't care about the drama. I don't care what people think. Oh, it's forgotten. Next drama. That's it. Because of all these complications involved, I was scared. How are we going to put up Independence Day drama in Swami's presence? How do we get approval for the scenes? How so many scenes whether Swami will agree or not, because there is so much scope for. Here in hostel, nothing. Just as long as Vande Mataram and you feel for love for India, we can do anything. You can let the animal out. But anyway, all this processing, what I've described in the last 10-15 minutes, happened actually in 10 seconds only, because mind is very fast, Mind is the fastest. So, to remind you, I'm actually walking next to my friend, and he just told the statement that we have to do it in Kulwanthal, and then next 1-2 seconds, all this went through. But before I could even digest that, he tells the next statement. And Swami said that he has already given you the theme and the idea for that. So just tell us what it is, we will plan on that. I don't know, yaar. No theme. I didn't get any theme or anything. But Swami said, then just think, somewhere he has told. Did he speak to you? No. Came in your dream? No. Any book you opened? No. Nothing. No, none of the known ways of communication I have got any theme. Anyway, okay, this is what Swami. By the time we reached the college, so I was going on thinking, what, anytime, anyway, did I get any indication, any patriotic fervor, any story? Nothing. That day passed. The next day morning, while I'm having bath, suddenly I'm having one urge that, what is the meaning of independence? Find out the term for independence. I knew that it's called Swarajya. Swarajya in Sanskrit. Swarajya. Swarajya should be the theme of your drama. So I didn't feel anything impressive when it first came, because you're just translating it. Just like Om Shanti Shanti, you do Om Peace Peace, you're doing Independence Day as Swarajya. But I just followed that, went and started seeing. Now Swarajya is made up of two words, Swa and Rajya. The normal way of interpretation is Swa means self, Rajya means rule, self-rule. But the actual meaning of Swa is self with the capital S, Atma. And Rajya is rule. So, independence is when the Atma rules. Independence is independence. When you depend on what is within. Whoa, I got see, I'm getting goosebumps even now. I got, wow, very nice. I didn't know that time those goosebumps were because of the inspiration or the cold water with which I was taking bath. But I felt shivering and felt that inspiration. So I rushed to Raju. I said, Raju, I don't know whether this is Swami giving or not, but I've got one superb idea, man. And I told him this idea. And he also shivered and got goosebumps. Then I knew it's not the cold water, it is the inspiration. He also was very thrilled. He said, yeah, let's do it. So went and discussed with few others who were usually the ones who would write script and act and all that. The actors and script writers of the class. We were a group of 10 of us in the class of 120. So we've quickly discussed, all of us, hey, okay, nice, fine, okay, let's do. Now, the next step, we have to go and tell the whole class that, you know what, this year, we will not do drama in hostel, we'll do drama in Kulwant Hall, in Swami's presence. Immediately, it was met with resistance. Because as I already have told you the reasons, there are so many restrictions. You don't even know finally whether Swami will allow it to be put or not. Okay. And you know, I trusted this classmate and friend of mine, and therefore I believed. But Swami has told enough number of times. If somebody comes and tells Swami told this, don't believe. Swami will tell you personally. Okay. Don't believe in mediums. Otherwise simple it is. I'll come and tell you, no, Swami told that don't worry, your troubles will be solved. This auntie is going to give you $3,000. Then you'll give me? No, right? If I tell Swami came in my dream and told to give you $100, you'll accept. But if I tell Swami told to take from you $5,000, you want? So Swami would say, no, don't. If Swami is there, you have a direct connection. So which is true. Okay. So it is possible that Swami would have done that. It is possible he is telling the truth. So it depends on your trust. So many factors. So there were enough people also saying, hey, somebody's dream, oh, I don't know if the dream was also true simply. That was the time when we used to put up a lot of programs in Mandir. Because of which we began to read all these Dharma Vahini, Sathya Sai speaks and all of that. Swami had given that chance for us, and we would read and regurgitate. Like, it's not like we were understood and we were masters at that philosophy, but we'll just read and vomit, again, and Swami will be happy. Basically, it's boring for everybody else, but Swami would be so proud. Swami will give photos. In fact, now when I look back at it, that is what led to slowly devotees from across the world coming and putting up programs in Swami's presence. Till then, it had never happened. Swami always seemed to use the students as a way to, start something, and then it catches on. Finally, by the time it came to 2008, 2009, like see in 2004, 2005, for instance, in 2 years, we put up some 18 programs in Swami's presence. By the time it came to 2008, 2009, we would struggle to put up 3. Why? Because Holi, Bihar is coming. Okay. Ugadi, Andhra is coming. Here, Christmas, they are coming. Okay. And now this lean period, no? Because it's lean period, Brazil devotees have come. When we will put program here. But that was what possibly Swami wanted, because we didn't know, but Swami knew. Swami knows everything, the past, present, future. He knew I'm going to leave in 2011, and therefore there are so many devotees who need to, be paid back their debts possibly. Whatever karma things, somebody has to be spoken to, somebody needs to get a ring. Massive, I think the number of rings and chains and vibhuti that people have got in the last 3 years, possibly in the 20-25 years before that many didn't get. A mass scale, Swami just burned out like a candle, giving light everywhere like that, from a physical sense. But yeah, so that is again another detour. But coming back, so that was a time when it had just started and we would be putting up programs, and some people felt little nauseated because they knew the truth that it's not like we are spiritually elevated souls. We're just standing there and parroting all spiritual truths, talking of Ekameva Advitiya Brahma. We have to remember, you fellow, you fight with me like a dog and standing there and talking all this. Correct only, Swami would call platform heroes practical zeros. So, platform you'll give big speeches, but practically nothing. We've all come from the Lord. Where did you come from? From you, Swami. Where you came from? I mean, after the speech when Swami is talking. Swami, I came from Bombay. Huh? You told there from Lord you have come. That speech, Swami, that platform hero. Practically, I am Bombay, Swami. And so that is what would happen. So they had got, so the others, right, many would not like those presentations, they would be bored. But Swami is tolerating it, so they have to tolerate it. Not Swami is celebrating it, so they have to tolerate it, right? So, okay, that was. And now, this is a program that the whole class looks forward to. As I said, from the costume department to the sets department, because this is the way you show and everybody comes and praises you. Wow, man, what superb this was, what this was. Everybody gets the praise. And now you're going to make it another, they would call it Spiru program. Spiru means spiritual program. All these, we had these terms in the hostel. You'll be normal. The day Swami speaks to you, suddenly you'll do Brahmarpanam that day. You'll do night prayer and sleep at 10 o'clock. Okay? You'll talk sweetly, softly. For 3 days it will be there. Or 4 days, depending on how good your battery is to get charged. After that, you'll be back to normal unless Swami speaks to you again. So we used to call this as AIDS. He got AIDS. Acquiring intense devotion suddenly. Sai Ram, brother. Sai Ram. So it's like this, this. So, yeah, and people who would get AIDS often, we used to call them Spiru fellows. This fellow Spiru. Like. I remember I had one cupboard mate, his name was Suresh. So his name became Spiresh. Because, for everything he'll be, night sit up and suddenly meditate until I saw blue light. Things would happen like that in the hostel. Might be genuine, might not be, but people would say, enough, yeah, stop all this. Because we are here, let us study, let us do, So, this is what now, don't make Independence Day. This was when we put it out forth to the class, one section of the class said, hey, don't make Independence Day drama into one Spiru thing, yaar. Come on, that's not Spiru. I mean, no, but we can get to do, you will get your chance in front of Swami, yaar. You fellows speak. For us, nothing, Yeah, correct. No? See, when you go to the Taj Mahal, you admire the Taj Mahal. Nobody says, wow, what a strong foundation it must be having. Nobody admires the foundation of the Taj Mahal. But it's because of the foundation that superstructure is standing. So also it happens. The speakers, the singers, the actors will get all the wow. Others will be, fellows, you are good only for show. They'll be working hard behind the scenes. In the hostel, if you do, everything is unique, right? Everybody will get their share of spotlight. You don't change it. Do after Independence Day, do Independence Day, don't touch it here. Come on, but Swami has told. Whom Swami told? In dream. The dream only. It became a nightmare for us after that. Because basically the class got split. I think, no, we'll do Mandir program, we'll do hostel program. The Mandir team, you will see this whole story biased a little bit towards the Mandir team because I am in the Mandir team. But I'm sure if some hostel team representative is there, he'll also show how irrational, terrible, horrible the Mandir team fellows were. But my thing was, come on man, we're getting to do in front of Swami. Forget everything else, we can do in front of Swami now. That's all. Who are you want to do in a hostel? You are getting to do in front of Swami, man. You will go do everything and take. No, yaar, I want to. You means you actor, that only, yaar. I don't know how to act. What to do if you want to put only best? In the hostel, no problem. Even if you don't, okay, put it, no problem. No. There we want to showcase the best, and this is the thing that happened. So, what to do? Okay, let's vote. Same thing, same kind of problems. Let us vote. So, everybody who is interested in voting, come, gather in this room secretly. Because nobody in the hostel should know. So what happened is, we all gathered in this room. Only 80 of them came. Because like it happens every year, 40 were not interested in anything. We don't want anything. We don't want mandir also, we don't want hostel also. we won't do it. Because usually those who say they are not interested, no, I don't want this also, they actually don't contribute to either. So it's okay, we are fine. We are equilibrium. Because, it doesn't matter. So usually it will be like that. So those were the people who were not interested in either. Passionate we had like this. So totally about 80 people turned up for the vote. When we put the vote, about 50 to 55 voted for the... No, before this voting, canvassing also happened. Mandir guys, come on, for Swami we should do this. And they also did their canvassing. I don't know what was that because their election campaign I didn't participate. We had very little time for the votes. But when the vote was put, 55 voted for Mandir program. So remaining, 35? 25. 25, 27 voted for hostel program. Shut up and come to Mandir program now. But that's not how it happens, right? That is the advantage of democracy, where with 51% will become majority. And with 49% you become minority. But the disadvantage is, half the class is unhappy here. Half the class is unhappy. And if the majority doesn't take the minority along, it's going to lead to a split. These fellows went and started getting people from the remaining 40 who are like, I don't care, no, started canvassing. So we went and started canvassing. So finally the class got split. 75 to 80 want Mandir, 40 want hostel. Still we are majority. But they said, you go and do. We will do in the hostel. We won't do in Mandir. You go and do. Because they felt Mandir program, not yet guaranteed. Some fellows dream it is. Never before in the history of the college a drama has been done in Kulwant Hall. First of all, will Swami permit? Will the warden permit? Will Vice Chancellor permit? Where? So here the Mandir program with 30% chance of happening. Versus here is a hostel program which is tradition from so many years we have been doing. Do you want to break the tradition? How can you break the culture? This is what is going to happen. 100% chance of it happening. Which do you want? So strong pitches. So here we got split like this. So we said, let's start working now. We had only 8 days. So quickly go and tell the warden, sir, we are planning a Mandir program like this. Then another section of us, sir, we are planning a hostel program. And warden, what a batch this is. They are doing hostel and Mandir, both programs. Superb. No batch has ever done before. What talent. They don't know that we are having disunity here. Again, we went and told Vice Chancellor, sir, we want to put in Mandir, sir, like this. Because he will inform Swami. And they went and said, sir, you should come to hostel. Where Vice Chancellor also, wow, what a talented batch. They want to do in Mandir. But immediately after Mandir, yes, in hostel we'll put. Oh, great, okay, fine. So he went and told Swami, this batch very talented, very amazing. They want to do Mandir program. They want to do one Independence Day program in Mandir, Swami. After that, they want to do in hostel. Swami said, okay. So he said, okay. Okay, now we have to prepare. So he said, Mandir, yaar, Swami wants to see you come. Yeah, hostel, you come. No need, you do, you go. We were wondering what they will do. All the actors and script writers, most of them, in our team. Where you will get your script and actors? And they were like, all the costume people and sets in their team. The background guys, who don't get a chance in Mandir. They're in their team. What they will do? They'll have to wear white dress and stand on the white marble there. It got split like that. It's okay. We'll start preparing. They'll come. They'll turn around. They're also, no, we'll die. They'll also have to come and ask here where they'll get sets. So we started. So that is the the unity part of it. But on the story part, we got a pretty good storyline. We made a nice storyline incorporating Indian patriotic leaders, and we did it based on this inspiration only. 3 levels of independence. First is political independence that India got on 15th of August 1947. Next, we need to get independence from corruption, from social injustice and all that. But ultimately, independence is independence when each one of us depend on what is within, which is Atma. Atma Rajya is Swarajya. That is true independence. Wow, superb it is on book. Now we'll learn. Now we'll try to put this. So for each example, this thing we were planning it. Days passed. 14th August. Tomorrow evening is the drama. 14th August, Swami sends the Vice Chancellor to go and see if the drama is good. If it's okay. So the Vice Chancellor says, 14th morning I'm coming to see rehearsal. It should be like the final rehearsal, right? Yes, it will be final rehearsal. So he is not interested in the Mandir program because not interested in the hostel program. The hostel program, physically Swami is not watching, so let them do whatever they want. He said, I'll just see the Mandir program because Swami wants to know. Yes, sure, sir. So when he came, we did our. So we came. He said, no costumes. So this is not, we'll wear for final day, sir. Now just, oh, okay, fine. Sets are being made, sir. Okay, fine. So we did. So he was very happy because, yeah, we were champs. We were very good. So we did it. The drama was very nice. He had some observations. So what happened was, with our limited sets building talent, we had made some small sets. Like there's one scene of, we chose a scene from the life of Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh is hanged. And that time he gives a very inspirational speech. So we had used his. Because the set was easy to make. One stick like this and hang one noose there. That's it, That's all is a set. So that scene we had kept the set. Just to tell him that, sir, we are having sets. Okay. So he said, see, that Bhagat Singh scene. Yes, sir. Which you are doing it right in the beginning. Yes, sir. But not nice, the noose is very inauspicious. So other sets you use, this noose you don't use. So that is the only set we have got here. That we made, 5 days we have spent and made that. So difficult. You're telling don't. No, okay. Okay, sir, fine. And then, so we had tried to go for scenes which doesn't need set. So it should be set in one big ground like that. Because then that's it. No set, no nothing. You put 2 trees there, that's it. That is the ground. We don't want to do in a home, in a room, then we have to do all the sets and other things. So one scene was where there is this group of freedom fighters who are going non-violently with the Indian flag and the British open gunfire on them, the British soldiers. And as they are dying, they don't want the tricolor, the Indian flag to fall to the dust. So they pass it on. The front row, everybody falls, collapses with bullet wounds. They pass on the flag so it doesn't fall. And the last man standing gets hit and he's falling. It's a true story, and there's a bullet hole in his chest. He plants the flag stick in his chest so that it stands and he falls. And it was, the boy who was acting was doing it so good, and now I get goosebumps, and we were feeling very thrilled. The Vice Chancellor, his perspective, he says that violent scene, the shooting and all don't show. You are going to make gun sounds? Yes, sir. And very, very wise. See, Kulwant Hall is a very place of high sanctity. Shooting, hangings, Vandappa, don't need. So that is our. And we had concluded in the end with Janaganamana. Most beautiful. You end well now, it's all done. Everything people forget. We just thought everybody, Janagan, we stand and sing with inspiration, that's it. Everybody will be in a high. You end on a high like that. He said, in the end, why are you singing Janaganamana? Sir, national anthem, sir, Independence Day. No, for national anthem, all have to stand up. Yes, sir, all will stand up. Swami can't stand. Correct? Swami was on the chair. Sir, so Swami can't stand, no? Then, sir, he need not stand, sir, he is God. Don't tell all that. Swami will want to stand. You start singing, everybody stand, Swami will also hold that thing and make effort to stand. You want to make Swami stand? No, sir. Don't sing national anthem. What fellow, he came and cut all the inspirational things in the drama. Okay, make these changes, and so we quickly huddled what to do, man. Our only set is gone. Our most inspirational scene is cut off. Okay. And Janaganamana, we can't even end on a high. Like, we'll just end in a fading like that. Nothing people will remember. Nothing is, no high only, no kick only in the drama. Hey, let's be united, let's go and get, now unity, out of, unity doesn't come out of desperation. It's not like what to do, if we don't unite, we are gone, let's unite. Like that only we have united. That's why Swami would say India has been invaded so many times. Because people are never united. But when the flame comes close to you and it's burning, hey, unity, you talk. What unity? Only when invaders come, India is united. So now how? So, what to do? We need sets. We'll ask them. They won't give. Why they'll give? This much you have antagonized them, how they'll give? Okay. But what are they doing here? What are they doing? They are also equally clueless. They don't know what they're going to do. Nice sets they've got, that's all. You can put up an exhibition in hostel, that's all. See all these things. What is there? Even if they get a story, who will act for them? Their main role, they can do only side roles. Main roles, they don't have anybody only. Who is acting for them? So this, inter-group spying. Hey, who is acting for them? Oh, that fellow, hopeless fellow, that fellow. This fellow, let's see what set they'll do. You know what? Vice Chancellor told like that. Each one celebrating, the other getting bashed. Like this is happening. Then we decided, okay, let's do we said, then I remember still, we called all of us in a meeting and said, see, listen, this has happened, it's unfortunate, but let's focus on Swami. Dear brothers, let's see, we have to put up in Kulwant Hall. Hostel thing, forget that, forget. What can we do with the sets? Because let's do it for Swami. Possibly that is the only thing that was going in our favor that we wanted to do for Swami right from the beginning. Right from the beginning for Swami, Swami has said for Swami's sake. And I feel that is the reason also Swami has approved the program without even seeing it. Otherwise he'll want to see the rehearsal, he'll want to know things. He has sent Vice Chancellor just one day before, see if it is fine, that's all. Swami physically has no idea of what's happening. But at a divine level, he knows everything. So we all said, that's it, we'll do it for Swami, no problem. I didn't know also that 5-6 of the boys went and started making sets. In fact, whole night they've been making sets. I was not aware. We were not aware. Like the so-called directors and actors, main actors, no, we're not aware. For Swami, in Kulwant Hall, how can we? So they had gone and started making sets. And we thought, okay, we'll remove the gallows, we'll remove the noose here. Fine, it's okay, we'll remove the noose. What about that bullet firing scene? Hey, bullet firing scene is very difficult. What to do, how to remove that scene? But we have to remove that scene. So we remove the noose, we remove the scene. The whole drama is tepid, it's bland. National anthem will not give up, yeah. What? This whole Independence Day struggle is about fighting, right? We'll fight for the national anthem. How we'll fight? Tomorrow morning, we'll all get up and pray to Swami and tell Swami, please, we want to sing national anthem. At least get the national anthem pushed through. So because Swami says sing national anthem, then nobody can tell anything. Evening, we'll sing national anthem. At least we'll end on a high. Everybody would have finished with Jaya He, Jaya He. Whether they want to tell Jai or not, they'll be forced to tell Jai. Because the song lyrics makes you tell Jai. And we'll end on a high. That was the plan. So on the 15th August morning, that time, no? That 14th night, the way we prayed, telling finally, whatever may happen, what works is surrender and pray. Surrendering is just telling Swami, you are in charge. Whatever happens is for the good. I am ready for anything, Swami. And pray. Swami, please. Not for us, Swami. No. Let the drama go anyway. Let it be a flop, Swami. No problem. But Swami, please, you should be happy, Swami. We just want to make you happy. If you're going to get disappointed, cancel the drama, Swami. Because whatever it may be, ultimately you should be happy, Swami. A smile should be on your face. Let the whole world laugh at us. But if that brings a smile on your face, great, Swami. Please, Swami, please, please, please. And for that sake, so that you can feel proud of us, so that you can be happy with us, at least we need the national anthem, Swami. At least we need national anthem. So please, Swami, tomorrow when we ask you, please bless us to sing this. And we went and sat. So 3 of us, we have a card made telling Swami about the program. And and when Swami is seeing the card, our plan is we'll just tell Swami national anthem. During darshan, Swami didn't even stop near us. He used to come in the golf cart kind of vehicle. He didn't stop near us, nothing. He just moved on. And he went into the interview room. So we thought, let us 3 go and sit in the bhajan hall now. Let us sit in the bhajan hall because when Swami is coming for bhajan, we'll ask him. That's one more chance we have got. So 3 of us, we went and sat in the bhajan hall now. Waiting for when Swami comes for the bhajan, we can ask him. Suddenly the interview room door opened and the warden was called. So now the warden starts going into the interview room. After 2 minutes, he comes out and he's in panic mode. He's just looking around. Come here. He called us 3. Swami is asking me story of the drama. I don't know what is the story. I said, sir, actually in the beginning, sir, this is no time. Can you tell Swami? Sure, sir. Come. Wow. So the interview room door opened. Sir said, No, no, two of you come, one of you go and call all the drama boys. If Swami wants to see the drama boys, they should tell everybody to sit in the bhajan hall. What, and from his previous experience, he knows everything. So Shiv Shankar Sai sir told this. So one boy, there also, so beautiful these sacrifices. This was a boy to whom Swami would speak a lot. He was not involved in the drama. But we told him to come because we thought seeing his face, Swami will talk. Then we can tell about drama. He was a form boy. So we had picked him for that sake. And so now when sir said, two of you come, one of you go, who is going to go? Who wants to go and call everyone? Everyone wants to go into the interview room, right? This boy said, no, you two go here. I'll go and call. So grateful to him. So grateful to brother Achintya, who is now in Hong Kong, for making that sacrifice. He said, no, you go in. And so two of us, one Jagdish and myself, two of us, we went into the interview room. As soon as we entered the interview room, Swami looks and tells, you want to go to America, right? Running away, leaving India. I said, not me, Swami, that's another boy. That was the starting of the story. Swami is calling us to know the story, okay? And this is what it is. What does he doesn't know? I mean, it's all a master plan. So even as we entered with the eagerness to tell him the story, he is telling this. I said, Swami, not me, Swami, another boy. But Swami, don't worry. He will not go finally. He will stay back in India only. Because this grandfather told, no? Swami said, pointing to Jagdish. Indeed, Jagdish was acting the role of a grandfather in the drama. And it looked like a joke. This grandfather told. He said, yes, Swami. Yeah. Then what happened? What is the story about? And that's what we forgot. We forgot. See, this is Maya. But Maya is so beautiful. It is because of Maya that we get to interact. If you are always like, you don't know Maya, then what do you talk to Swami? So we start telling Swami, like this is there, this Subhash Chandra Bose. Oh, Subhash Chandra Bose, very good, Do you know his granddaughter? She used to sing bhajans. Okay, Swami. In Vrindavan. Oh, what's her name? Don't know, Swami. Find out. I couldn't find out. But Swami said. But it is there. I heard from some of the teachers also that Subhash Chandra Bose's granddaughter used to sing bhajans in Vrindavan, Bangalore, Whitefield. So Swami said he spoke highly of Subhash Chandra Bose. Then Swami spoke about Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India. Now I was just thinking, what great people are these? Years after they are gone, the avatar is remembering them. That is, even as Swami was saying, I was thinking in my mind, Swami, I want to lead my life like this, Swami. I want God to remember me, however the world may remember or not. God should remember me. That is only the worthwhile achievement in life. Swami then spoke about Rajendra Prasad. Then Swami said, Lal Bal Pal. So Lal Bahadur Shastri, Bipin Chandra Pal, and Bal Gangadhar Tilak. These three were great beings, and they're called Lal Bal Pal. So I said, Lal Bal Pal, you're telling? We know Lal Bal Pal were there in the drama. So Warden said, Swami, this drama, only some incidents they're showing, Swami. So Lal Bal Pal should be there. But back then, we would do dramas with live dialogue delivery, live singing. It was not like a pre-recorded CDs playing and we are miming on it. We actually had like those, we would call them Martian mics, like space aliens. Every character will have one mic. Live dialogue delivery, live singing. That's why a huge effort it is. So Jagdish, who was acting the role of the grandfather, he said, Swami, we will tell about Lal Bal Pal, don't worry. And credit to him that in the drama, in a dialogue, he actually brought in Lal Bal Pal. And during the drama, he said, like Lal Bal Pal, you should do that, And Swami said, see, Swami told, I had told, see, he brought. Swami was so happy. Anyway, so yeah, I've already let out the secret that the drama happened. But here, Swami said that should be included. Yes, Swami, we will include. And Swami went on, Suddenly, Swami said, turning to the Vice Chancellor, Swami said, Independence Day. Nowadays, people don't understand the meaning only. Independence Day is not the correct way. Independence is not correct. Swarajya. What is the meaning of Swarajya? Swa means Atma. Swami told the Vice Chancellor. And like a jack in the box, I popped up. Swami, this only we are telling, Swami. This only we are telling. I was so thrilled, Swami, this is exactly what we are telling, Swami. And then that look in Swami's eyes, that look of pride, love and joy. Swami turned to the Vice Chancellor and said, my students, if I tell once, they learn. Swami said, when I think of that statement, my students, if I tell them once, they learn. which means to be his student, we have to learn when he tells once. And if we are a student, when he tells, he had not told me actually. He had not told anyway. But that's when I realized, when you feel that inspiration and passion that I want to do, no, that is Swami telling only. You want every inspiration that comes, an inspiration that makes you bubble in joy, that makes you bubble in enthusiasm, that makes you bubble in energy, that inspiration is God's voice. It was very evident. And then, in fact, another thing also we were discussing, we were thinking, see, our line of thinking when we were planning the drama was, in the end when we sing Jana Gana Mana, no, it is the Indian national anthem, right? There will be so many people from so many countries. How will they feel? Like, we see it happening also. In a cricket match, India versus Australia, during Indian national anthem, full fervor is there. Australian time, I'm like, we'll be cool. It's just like another song for me, right? So how to get that? So we had thought, let us go to Swami's definition of Bharat. Swami says Bharat. What is Bharat? Swami says, a land where Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema and Ahimsa is practiced, that is Bharat. So in your home, if you're practicing it, that's a piece of Bharat. Possibly it's the Indian consulate there. I mean, whatever. It is Bharat. Bharat doesn't mean the geographical India, but a land where Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema and Ahimsa are practiced. So we had thought, in the drama, let us mention this, so that a person who practices these five is a Bharatiya. So you can sing national anthem, and the beautiful thing about the Indian national anthem, Jana Gana Mana, is that it's a prayer to God. Bharata Bhagya Vidatha, the redeemer of India's destiny, which is God. It is written as a prayer by Rabindranath Tagore. So this was our idea. And in the interview room, Swami is saying, this is about Bharat. Bharat ante emi. Swami, what is meaning of Bharat? That bhumi where Satya, Dharma, I was like, Swami, this only we are telling, Swami. This only we are telling. Swami said, good. So, one by one, now we got very emboldened. So, I told Swami, in the beginning, Bhagat Singh is coming, Swami. Oh, Bhagat Singh. Swami, that news is there, that inauspicious news. Bhagat Singh got hanged, Swami said. Oh, okay, Swami. So, yeah, news will be there. So what? Swami, they say it's inauspicious. No. As a martyr, he gave up his life. It's auspicious. Thank you, Swami. Like Vice Chancellor noted, no? Like, at our set here, we're going to put that news there. You put news around our neck, Swami saved me now. Getting the cue, Jagdish got up and said, Swami, in one scene, Swami, all they come like they're shooting, and then he described that story. Swami became emotional. Swami said, Swami, little violent it is. No, don't focus on the violence part. Focus on the patriotism part there. Very inspiring it is. Okay, then again he was like, to Vice Chancellor, registered, right? It's approved. Like, overruled and approved. So both of us finished off our wish, right? We forgot that we came actually for national anthem. Okay. Oh, no. So, Swami was talking again something to the Vice Chancellor. So the Vice Chancellor was there, one more person was there, Warden was there, and 2 of us, 5 of us were there, sitting at Swami's feet in the interview room. So when Swami was talking to Vice Chancellor again, slowly we are telling Warden, Sir, national anthem. Sir, national anthem, sir. Please, ask, sir. Like, you use your wish and ask Swami for national anthem. So, Shiv Shankar Sai, sir, amazing Warden. He's in the hostel, he's called Vishwamitra, meaning friend of the world. Everybody loves him. So he got up, he put himself on the line and he got up and said, Swami, these boys, in the end, end of the whole thing, they want to sing national anthem. And Vice Chancellor looked like that and he said, Swami, only boys, nobody else, Swami, nobody else, only the boys, only these 100 boys will stand up and sing. Then Swami said, why? Others in Kulwantol, they don't have feeling. They'll also feel. How nice it will be if whole Kulwantol, everybody stands and sings. And we said, yes, Swami, that will be very nice. And do that. So over. Done now, what else? Done, Swami, you can stop the interview. Like, in the sense. But it went on. After that, many other things happened. I will skip those parts because of the time. But suddenly, we said, Swami, everybody is sitting in the bhajan hall, Swami. So if you can just come and speak to them, they'll all feel very happy, Swami. Swami, surely I'll speak. Swami, now, Swami, No, no, not now. 2 boys are not there, Swami said. No, those 2 boys who were making sets, right? Swami remembered, we forgot them. Swami remembered them. Swami said, no, 2 boys are not there. I'll speak to all of you later. When later, I don't know, but Swami said, I'll speak to you later. Okay. Swami said, okay, go. Good. Then he said, Swami, we just want to make you happy, Swami. Swami said, I'm very happy. Okay. Swami is happy, right? Both of us felt now doesn't matter, yaar. Doesn't matter if anybody cooperates or not. Doesn't matter if the world laughs us at or not. Swami is happy. Enough. Enough. That's all. Then Swami is now trying to get up from the chair. Then we both put out our hands. Swami said, what? Swami will help you get up. Don't forget it is I who helps you get up and stand, Swami said. Suddenly, he makes it so casual that you think he's one among you like a friend, and then he reminds you who he is. Yes, Swami. You go. So we came out of the interview room. And then bhajans were there. Aarti got over. We are now leaving. We are fully charged up. All those boys who are acting in the hostel drama are sitting in the mandir drama are sitting in the bhajan hall. So we said, Swami said 2 are not there. Who 2 yaar? Who didn't come? Who bunked? Those 2. That time, as I said, we didn't know. Why did they bunk yaar? Today is important. No, they've been making sets. Oh God. I was so touched when I got to know that. See, many times also we judge people without knowing the intention and why they're doing what they're doing. When we get to know that, oh, okay. Oh, okay. So that's the thing. See, I'm actually upset with him, but what he's doing is out of his love for Swami. What I'm doing is out of my love for Swami. But not seeing that, I think unity is being able to see that love for Swami. If there's love for Swami, I will come. If there's no love for Swami, it's going to take me away from God. That's bad company. I said right in the beginning, how do we know where I should unite? Love. Love is the thing. If it's for love, I have to see only love. I have to see at that, see at the heart, see at love. If I see at that love and if there's love, that is the time to be united. I think that's what it is. See at love. Seattle, no? Seattle, when you say that L stands for love, I think. So Seattle is about see at love. See the love. If there's love, that's time for unity. If there's no love, then run away. It's bad company. Anybody who takes you towards God is a friend. Anybody who takes you away from God is not your friend. However, your other worldly relationship might be. Now we walked out. Just imagine, as we are walking out, we thought, okay, let's get ready, go and prepare for the evening. Whole Kulwant hall is empty because we were also excited discussing in the bhajan hall. By them all devotees have vacated. 40 people are sitting in the Kulwant hall. As we come, the representatives and leaders of the hostel program. Brother, what did Swami tell? Swami, is such a... Swami is the factor that unites. The 2 of us who had gone, that is what happens when you're filled with Swami. It doesn't happen every time. In that moment, we were filled with Swami because Swami had given an interview. We just hugged them, we just hugged them. Swami told how we should do the drama. It's beautiful. Brother, tell what all Swami did. No time now. Can we quickly rush and prepare? No, brother, don't worry. The tractors have gone. All the sets of the hostel drama is being brought here. We'll put it up here. You tell how we can use what sets. Wow. The jail came in there. So many things came in. One beautiful India map, Mother India, one Dharma Chakra, beautiful sets. Everything just dissolved, When the focus becomes God's love and not our individual petty egos, everything just dissolves and becomes beautiful. And the moment they said that the sets are coming, I could see the tractor. We were struggling to get 2-3 props there. And 2 tractor trailers filled with props are coming into the Kulwant hall already to set up. Brother, and you don't worry about set changes and all. Just give us the script and show where it is. We will change everything. Wow. Then immediately, what's happening in the evening drama? Yaar? What is the script? You tell what it is. You will worry about that later. You focus on this. Let's make Swami happy. Let's make Swami happy. What that became the mantra. That evening, I will not go into the details of the program because evening when we gathered, Swami kept up his word. He came into the bhajan hall, interacted with every actor. He spent 1 hour with us in the bhajan hall, with all the 60 of us. And then came out to see the drama, saw the entire drama, was very happy, created 4 rings that day for 4 different people. In fact, one of the See, these things, no, we don't, when I say drama behind the drama, the boy who was acting the role of the grandson who wanted to go to America, he broke down as he narrated that in 2001, he actually was planning to move to America. And when he attended Ishwaramma Day celebrations in Vrindavan, directly Swami said, nowadays you finish and you'll go run away to America. Stay. Who will serve your Matrubhumi, your motherland? So this Prashant decided, okay, Swami, I won't go. And he stayed back. And he has, in fact, he started a rural BPO, business process outsourcing unit. And he's an entrepreneur now. He's doing very well, fully based in Indian villages. He's doing it in the Indian villages. And at the end of the drama, first Swami called him and said, I'm very happy you didn't go to America, and materialized a ring for him, you know. And he felt that this was not about the drama. This was the drama behind the drama. See, that's why I said. And then after all that happened, no, we were all sitting in a group formation. See the magic of love, the beauty of love. Swami said, come, I will give group photos. And I felt, hey, you know what? Those people who have kept moving the sets, no, let them go for the group photo first. And the beautiful thing was, I didn't even have to tell. Because every single actor there felt the same thing. Swami has spoken to us. Let others get a chance. Swami said, come for group photo. Not an actor moved. Everybody spontaneously turned to the sets boys and said, go. And for the possibly the only time in the history of Kulwant Hall programs, the first photo that Swami took with a performing group, everybody was in white dress or black dress, because they were the behind the scenes boys. They were the foundation on which the Taj Mahal stays. They were the sets boys and costume boys who went. And Swami became so happy. Swami said, look at them, how they are sacrificing. And we felt, no Swami, they have sacrificed. This whole grandeur that you see is because they came. So first group photo they took, second group photo they took, third only the actors went on stage. It was so beautiful. We came back in the hostel also we did. There was a grand Indian flag that we made out of candle lanterns. 100 candle lanterns in orange, 100 candle lanterns in white, in blue. And we hoisted that candle flag, which was the width of the hostel. Amazing. It's most unforgettable Independence Day, because possibly the only batch that did a hostel program and a mandir program. Because after that year, every year there would be only a mandir program. That's it. That became the trend until Swami left in 2011. Every year from 2004 on Independence Day, there was a program in Kulwant Hall by the senior most students of the hostel. And that became tradition. But the truth, as I said, through this whole experience, it was an experience where we learned so many lessons. What it means to be united, what it means, that's what. When you are united, it should be, the basic principle should not get violated. The basic principle is love for Swami and following Swami's words. You can't be united with someone who doesn't want to follow Swami's word. No, then that is run away from bad company. But irrespective of anything else, once we recognize that in the heart, somebody wants to follow Swami's words and has Swami's love, I want to follow the word and have Swami's love. When we look at that, everything else melts away. That was the experience with this. And when we say unity, I think this is the meaning of unity. To be independent, to listen to the conscience that is within, because Swami says there is conscience in everybody. I am there in everyone. Tap in and reach the Swami in us. Tap in and reach the Swami in others. And if we find Swami there, we are united. We are not able to find Swami there, we just keep away from bad company, because Swami defines a good friend like that. A good friend is he or she who takes you towards God. Anybody else who takes you away from God, Swami would give the example of Vibhishana. Swami had said his own brother he left because he was telling to go against Rama. Prahalada, his own father he left because he was told to go against Rama. Bharata, his own mother he forsook because it meant going against Rama. So when it comes to choosing, God has to be chosen. And once God is chosen, you imagine, no? Rama chose a monkey over others. Why? That's what it is. Lakshmana or Bharata had greater love for Hanuman, a monkey. Why? Because you also have love for Rama, I have love for Rama. And therefore, that is the greatest. And dear brothers and sisters, this is a great opportunity that we have got to know the avatar. So loving, so sweet, so kind. We have got a chance to read, listen and understand, we should spend time in that. Because when tough situations come, God expects us, Swami expects us to take a stand. We have to take a stand. We have to be in the 60 or we have to be in the 40. We can't tell I am 20, anything happens. No, it doesn't matter. There is no bystander in a war against adharma. But how do you make out what is adharma and what is dharma? We need to know Swami. How will we know Swami? Read about Swami. Read the experiences. Read the Sai Bhagavatam. Read his discourses. Listen to his discourses. It will be boring. Yes, I agree. At times at night I listen. In 10 minutes at night I feel sleepy. No problem. But I tell Swami I am sleepy. I confess. Yes, Swami, I am finding it boring. But I know that this is good. Like a medicine it is, Medicine, it is bitter, but you take it because it's good for you. In fact, Swami himself had said that once. Swami had said, when your tongue is, when you are infected with malaria, even a sweet will taste bitter. So you first need to take medicine to cure your malaria. And then, once the medicine is taken, then you can enjoy the sweetness. That is the reason why you are not able to enjoy the sweetness of the Lord's name, because you are afflicted with bhavaroga, the disease of the world. And then Swami says, the beautiful thing is, in the case of bhavaroga or disease of the world, the medicine and the sweet, both are God's name. First take God's name as the medicine. You may not enjoy it, it will be bitter, but keep taking it. And once you are cured, that same medicine will become a sweet and you will enjoy it. So, that is what we need to do. This is the time for deeper introspection, for reading more about him, listening to more about him, having more satsang, coming together, following his words, and enjoying the greatest gift of bliss that only he can confer. Dear Swami, may our love for you keep growing stronger every passing moment. Dear Lord, may I have the strength and courage, may I have the courage to change the things that I can. May I have the strength to accept the things that I can't change. And please, may I have the wisdom to know the difference between these two. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram. We have some time for question answers, right?
So I know we would all love to keep listening to him for the full evening. Thank you, brother. But like you said, it's time to jump into some question answers. We had asked for people to submit their questions earlier, and we will be starting with some of those. And the first questions come from our SSE kids. So here you go.
As a kid, what can I do to make Swami happy?
And how do we know when Swami is happy with us?
So what you can do, I already told. So many things that can be done. Try to speak to him every day. Because Swami is very happy when he gets to talk to you, that's all. Okay, and when you say, how do I know that he is happy? He will give that response from your heart. You automatically know, right, when you are happy? When you feel happy, when you feel peaceful and contented, know for sure Swami is peaceful and contented. In fact, on one occasion, Swami had asked one person, how do you know that Swami, he had delivered a speech in Swami's presence, and Swami asked him, how do you know if your speech was good? He said, Swami, if Swami is happy, it's good. Swami asked him, how do you know if Swami is happy? Tell Swami, are you happy? If you're happy, it's good. So, no, now I am sitting here, but if I am not sitting here, then how you know? Then Swami told him, after you give your speech, even if one person comes and tells you, I felt like Swami was here, know that your speech was good. Because if your speech is good, I'll come. Otherwise, I won't come there. So, that's what Swami had told. So, in the same way, the peace that you get, the joy that you get, the contentment that you get when you do something, that is a beautiful feedback system Swami has built into each one of us. Nobody can cheat that. So, it doesn't depend on what others say. You know what? If your inner system is not pleased, even if 100 people come and tell you did a great job, you will not get a peaceful night's sleep. But if your inner system is peaceful, even if 100 are criticizing, you will sleep peacefully. So I think that is the way we will know. If we are contented, we are peaceful and happy genuinely, definitely Swami is happy because inside us is Swami. Yeah? Yes? Yeah, that was what the question is. So great, yeah. So, you know what? Asking this question itself, you're listening to my answer or you're talking? You want to answer? Yeah. Whoever asked the question must listen to the answer also. Because at the end, before dinner, I'm going to ask back what was the answer. And if they don't answer, they won't get dinner. Okay? So, that's fine because you had a nice meal and came right now. Anyway, see the thing is, when you ask a question like this, no, how do I know how to make Swami happy? If you have that really in your heart, that itself is an awesome start. Really, how to make Swami happy, that is how it begins. So, applause for that, definitely. Knowing what can I do to make you happy, Swami, what can I do? Have that yearning, and then you want an answer from Swami, right? We are not able to tune into him speaking in a divine way. So let's go to Sathya Sai Speaks. Let's read what he has said. Swami has clearly said what he likes, what he doesn't like. Need not, it's not very tough for us. So easy it is. Swami has clearly said what he likes, what he doesn't like. So, once we get to know that, pick any two. Two things that Swami doesn't like, I won't do. Two things that Swami like, I will do. Do it for 1 month. And then the contentment and joy you feel inside, you know that Swami has answered. Then next month, take up one more thing. Keep building on. Okay? Cool? Done? Yes.
All right. Thank you, brother. The next question is, how do I recognize my inner voice? I love talking to Swami, but how do I know Swami is communicating with me? And a related question is also, how do I
how many? One question, three you are asking. All different. This is how our teachers would do, right? They want to cover the entire syllabus. So for 10 marks, they'll put off 3. Like each one is a 10-mark question. Okay, let me just go to the first one. How do I recognize whether it's Swami talking or mind talking? Actually, you will know it. You will know it at a deep level, but there are some practical things I found. See, once there was a time when I was studying for my 12th grade biology exam, and as I was sitting on the lawns and studying in the hostel, I saw some of these boys hosing each other with water and playing. I got tempted to play. I went and started playing with them. Then again, I remembered that I need to study. So I came back to study, and again I got tempted, started playing with them. 2-3 times this happened because somehow when you're studying for exams only, you feel like playing. You become like, what is the use of all? You become philosophical. All this happens. In the morning I would be studying and suddenly you'll see the sunrise. How beautiful it is. You just shut your textbook. Vacation time, never you'll sit and watch. You'll be just thinking, let my vacation come. I'm going to enjoy sunrises. No way. It'll be great if you wake up by sunset at least. Like that we'll doze. Anyway, but the thing is, examination time, we are highly prone to distractions because we don't seem to be enjoying studying. So when this was happening, this was also the time when, when in darshan time, 2-3 times Swami had called me as like mental hospital. That is the way Swami, the first things that Swami spoke to me, among the first things that Swami ever spoke to me was calling me mental hospital. And I used to celebrate it, Wow. Really. Swami, anything he tells is great. Swami called you mental hospital. Yes, but Swami didn't speak to you, So shut up. He called me something at least. I'm so happy. And that's what it is. I've seen people rejoice at being called a pakoda. Pakoda is like some fat, savory snack, Swami called you pakoda and you're happy. Yes. Professor Kasturi writes about, his, his daughter's in-laws. His name was some Iyer, but Swami used to call him Potti Iyer. Potti meaning dwarf. And he used to feel very happy. Kasturi, he didn't know. He had just come to Swami. He used to tell, I find it very strange. You're celebrating somebody teasing you. Like, he calls you dwarf and you're so happy. That's what it is. Whatever Swami calls, we are happy. Because Swami tells with love. So anyway, this was happening and I was not able to study. So finally I decided the only way I can study for biology is if I make a promise to Swami. I said, Swami, I promise that I will not, I will not have lunch. It looks like food is favorite for me, right? Here also I told you won't get dinner. So now also I'm telling, I said, Swami, I won't eat lunch till I read 2 chapters. I thought, no, this will ensure that I can focus and study. But I got distracted, went and started playing. And before I knew it, the bell went there. Tung, 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 tung. Oh, lunchtime. Oh, God. Now what do I do? What should I do? What should I do? Easy for you to say. No? These were the two voices in my head. One voice said skip lunch, the other voice said easy for you to say. Exactly like this it happened. Okay? And you will see, there's one, you'll see in cartoons or in movies also, there'll be one devil voice that will come, red with horns and tail and, hey you, and the other will be like an angel, no, like that. Problem is, no, in real life they don't come like that. Because it's very easy, hey, you are devil, I won't listen, you are angel, I'll listen, right? They won't come like that. They'll both be like that only. Hey, skip lunch. No, don't skip lunch. No, both are sounding same. Both are wearing white and white. You know, that's how it is. So which is the devil, which is the angel? How do I make out? So this is what happened. So one voice said, hey, listen, you promised to Swami, so you should not eat lunch. Aravind, if you don't eat lunch, forget studying now. While sitting in biology book also, you'll be thinking of food. And afterward, because you're hungry, your stomach will make sound, you'll not be able to. Correct, no? Correct. Right. Logical. Then this voice again says, Aravind, you promised to Swami, so you should not eat lunch. Just listen. Swami himself has said you should not fast. Right? He doesn't like people. Whoever has fasted, Swami said, don't fast. Don't fast. Don't do all these stupid things. You made a mistake. Tell Swami you made a mistake. Go eat lunch and study. Then again this voice. Aravind, you promised Swami, so you shouldn't have lunch. Boring fellow, come up with some more, man. You don't have any points, and this fellow is not having any points only. Sticking to the same thing. You promise Swami, don't have. You promise Swami, don't have. This fellow is giving so many variety of reasons. Aravind, in fact, have lunch, skip your nap, study extra time. Swami will be happy. After all, Swami sees efforts, not the results. Correct? Yeah. Aravind, you promise Swami, don't have lunch. Hey, boring fellow, go man. I think you must be, this is. So I went, but still, I'm feeling no, I still can't go for lunch. Finally, this side voice says, okay, listen Aravind, what you promised Swami? I promised Swami I'll read 2 chapters. Read, no, you didn't tell study, right? Read it, simply that. You need not study it. Yeah. Aravind, see, you told Swami you will read 2 chapters, so don't have lunch. That's what he's arguing, yeah, that's what he's told clearly. Read, no. Aravind, you said you will read 2 chapters. That only I will read. No, Aravind, you said you will read 2 chapters. Hey, you shut up, man. Quickly I read, I went, had nice lunch, overdone. Fine. I went to Mandir that day. I was sitting there and Swami was coming, walking, and as he came near me, Swami looked at me and looked at the person opposite to me and said, take this fellow and put him in mental hospital. I felt happy, yes. Continue, Swami still remembers me. Let him remember me anyway, but he remembers me, I'm happy. And Swami walked ahead, suddenly stopped, turned around and said, and when you put him there, tell them not to give him food also. Wow. Then I understood which is the conscience, which is the mind. The conscience or God within will keep telling you to do the right thing. That's it. Boring, monotonous drone it will be. It will tell you again and again. It will usually be the difficult choice because we are by default a bit selfish. So giving up selfishness and being selfless is difficult. So these are only tips. These are not absolute rules. I'll have to put the disclaimer down. Don't sue me. You Americans sue for everything. So yeah. Generally, the voice of the conscience. Definitely, the voice of the conscience is a selfless option because it's the voice of God. But so therefore, generally, it will be difficult to follow unless we are spiritually elevated. When we will simply do it, it will be generally difficult to follow. It will generally be telling the same. The mind only gives variety because the mind is very, it loves variety. That is why we get bored. That is why we feel spirituality is so boring. Because even through spirituality, we want to entertain the mind. Everyday meditation boring. Yeah, let's try some bhajan. Let's do some. So I'm not doing spirituality at a spiritual level. I'm doing it at a mind level. I want it entertaining. Okay. That's why if Brother Ravindra comes to speak, nobody will. Brother Aravind will come, all of us will come. Why? Because a funny joker, he is entertainer. Because spirituality, okay, are fun. Spirituality is made fun. We are all limited in the mind level only. Honestly, because this is all our weakness. If you want, we can just listen to Swami's discourse. But we can't. In the conference, keep the discourse only 10 minutes because people get bored, they don't listen. That's the reality. Yeah, correct. Beyond 10 minutes, if Swami's audio is going on, people just phase out. Because we are like that. We want entertainment only. Mind wants entertainment, mind gives entertainment. So the voice that is giving multiple solutions, no, that is the mind. It'll give multiple reasons also. See, A, B, C, D. Conscience, no, very boring. A. But guess what? Follow the conscience, and irrespective of what happens, you will be at peace. Follow the mind. Irrespective of how many other people may praise you, you will feel guilty. You will feel uncomfortable. That is my answer to distinguishing voices. Yeah.
Your answer is also like Swami's speech. You answered the next question too.
Oh, okay, great then.
Because it was, how do we distinguish between mind chatter and inner voice?
Oh, okay.
So you read my mind. All right. The next question is, knowing that all relationships are temporary and cause certain level of attachment. However, without this attachment, a parent wouldn't look after a child. A child wouldn't take care of old parents. We would not have compassion for any fellow human being or any living being for that matter. Can you please share your thoughts?
So I have some intellectual thoughts on this question. Okay. So I'm saying intellectual meaning I have, at an intellectual level, I'm very clear on this. But I'm yet to get the full experience and practice it full time. So with that disclaimer, how I look at this is, like we are all actors in a drama. Just think we are in a movie. In the movie, you are the father, you are the mother, you are the son, you are the daughter. Okay, so, okay, fine. What is the script? The script is, son, you have to go to America. The father is saying, no, please stay with us. Take care of us in India. And you're convincing, your father is not convinced. Then your mother steps in, then your sister steps in. You fight against all the three and you leave. This is the scene. So I'm saying this because this we did in Swami's presence. So there was no sister there, of course. Now I just said. But yeah, there was a father, son and uncle and grandfather. All the male members had come because boys were doing the drama. So the scene is being done. And finally, yeah, it goes on. No, son, don't do all that. And the father, and okay, and hey, done. And the son goes away. And the father is left there standing and crying. And then, as I said, we had picked up Swami's example. So then the movie maker who is shooting, right? The director says, okay, done, cut. Okay, cut. Great role, brother. Great role. You know, they're telling that. As part of the drama. In the drama, they're showing the drama, right? The movie. A great role. What great role? My son went away. Yeah, over, yeah, it's over. No, fine. You can come back. No, what come back? Heartless. My son has gone. Hey, what happened? And everybody, and in the Kulwant hall, everybody started laughing. And Swami says, see, you laugh at a person who is doing that. But why? Because you tell that, hey, you are not the father, man. That's just your role. Okay. You got attached to your role. You thought you are the role. Swami says, that's what you do in life. But that doesn't mean when the son says, I'm going to go to America, dad. You are not the son. I am not the father. There is no America. Do what you want. This is a drama. Then also the drama is a flop. We are actors who are supposed to make the movie a hit. That is our duty. This is how I understand this. As an actor, I am supposed to make the movie a hit. But I know everybody is an actor. All are equal. That's it. Today my role is the master. You are the maid servant. That's all. But, oh, God is in everyone, right? So when the maid servant comes, I won't tell her to clean the dishes. I'll tell, please come, sit on the chair. I'll do Pada Puja. Right? Because God is there. No. That is for me to understand just like an actor understands. No, the actor gives a rose and says, please don't leave me. Without you, there's no meaning in life. You're my sun, you're my moon, you're my stars, you're my sky, you're my everything. Superb, cut. Chalo, go. She went to her house, he went to his house. What happened? Sun, moon, that's just dialogue. But that doesn't mean they compromise on that. In fact, when he says that, in the movie theater, so beautiful. It's acting, you know that it's acting. That's why we go to the movie, right? That's what it is. That's why we go to horror movie. Like, we say, how can God be so cruel? Huh? Loving, kind God, why did he make terrorists? Okay, believe that. You made movie, right? Why are you putting terrorists in your movie? Why are you putting horror here? You like horror? No. Then why are you putting that? And you sadist sitting and enjoying that? I'm not. That is just entertainment. It's all not real. He's not dying. I'm supposed to explain that, accept that explanation. But when God says, these are all illusion, nothing is happening, Atma, Amara, nobody dies, nothing, we won't accept that. What you're telling. That's all it is. It's an entertainment. This is how I see. So, as an actor, when I've been given the role of a son, I have to convince everybody that I'm a good son. But I know that ultimately, you're not my father, I am not the son. We are just souls. We are all actors, that's all. So I think this is what I mean by intellectually. But when we keep that, then I will too. So, that's why Swami, when needed, he would scold. When needed, he would say, without my children, I can't. Swami would say, Bangaru, don't leave. If you go, I can't be. You think Swami can't? Swami is attached to me? No, Swami is not attached to me. But that is needed. For the movie to be a hit, for a beautiful experience to be made, for this movie, we want the movie. That's why we act, right? That's how I look at life as. It's a big movie where we are given our roles. We need to do it to the best of our ability. But at the same time, remember, so that is what Swami would do. Complete involvement, no attachment. Full involvement, detachment. That is how I look at as a father, this and compassion and all these things come that way only. It is playing our roles. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. That was wonderful. Next question. How can one stay connected with Swami, especially without the form, through whatever we do?
I feel whatever we do, if the objective is to make Swami happy, if we yearn for him, that is what it is. See, this Swami not being here, is honestly, just think of it practically. How many times a year would you go to Prasanthi Nilayam to have darshan? When Swami was there also. You would go once a year maybe. Some rare devotees, because I heard in the conference, for 5 years, every year, twice a year we went and people applauded. Means going twice a year for 5 years is an achievement, which means others are not going even once a year. Once in 2 years, 3 years. Correct, right? How were you connected to Swami throughout? Like, physically he was not there. Swami is there. So, what has changed actually? Actually, it is most difficult for those who used to see him daily, twice a day. Suddenly, one part of your life is missing. Okay? It was always tough for Radha, not for Meera. But we just assume that since I was staying with Swami, I am like Radha. Since you are not, you are like Meera. We don't have one bit of the yearning that they have. When they have yearning, Radha. In fact, previous day before yesterday morning, when I was speaking to some children, when I asked them whether Meera was luckier or Radha was luckier, 66% of the votes went to Meera. I said, how, yaar? You only asked me how you can connect when God is not there. No, you are telling Meera is luckier when she didn't see Krishna. Because you know what? Ultimately, the experience of Krishna comes not with how many times Krishna ate with you or slept with you or sat with you. Krishna had 342 dinners with Duryodhana. I'm just guessing the number, something like that. Large number of times he ate food with Duryodhana. He sat with him next to him. He held his hand. They have done all this. But what Duryodhana? Nothing. Anybody want to be Duryodhana? No. Mirabai, she didn't even see Krishna. She was born centuries after Krishna. And yet, Mirabai, wow. Mirabai, she got Krishna. We get Swami not by how many interviews we got. That's why I say, telling Sai devotee, 40 years Sai devotee. It doesn't matter here. It is not. Swami doesn't count how many years you have been Sai devotee. A child born now possibly is a greater devotee of the Lord than somebody who has sat on Swami's bed for 5,000 times. Really. Because Swami himself had said this is an incident that I keep narrating. When Swami was having difficulty to walk, he utilized that also as an opportunity. As I said, he's a candle that burned to give light to everyone. He used that as an opportunity to give chances for people to hold his hand, And in Kodaikanal, when he would hold the hand, anytime he holds anybody's hand, lucky man. Everybody else, lucky fellow, holding Swami's hand. One occasion, Swami holds somebody's hand, and Swami only says, lucky fellow, holding Swami's hand. Yes, Swami. Then Swami said, holding Swami's hand not important. Swami, what? We're traveling from America and coming for this only. And then Swami said, holding Swami's hand not important. Yearning or pining or craving or wanting to hold Swami's hand, very important. That is what will give you everything, Swami said. Just look at this. Holding his hand important or not important. But yearning to hold his hand, pining, craving, wanting to hold his hand desperately, very important. That is what will give you everything. Which means, even if I have held his hand 1,000,000 times, but I don't have the yearning to hold his hand, I have not got anything. But if I have the yearning to hold his hand, even if I have not held his hand, I have got everything. I was sitting once in the mandir, in the first row, and I had got first row, but still I was so far away from Swami. Swami is there and I am here. And I'm saying, Swami, I got first token number, yet I am not near you. And then comes that fly that goes and sits on his feet. And how lucky that fly is, oh blessed fly. You are redeemed, your life is redeemed. 7 generations before and after are redeemed because you are on the lotus feet of the Lord. And then a pigeon does dropping over there. And the fly goes and sits on that. And instantly I felt, you foolish fly, you don't know difference between the lotus feet and that dropping. So, am I luckier or the fly luckier? I am not able to touch Swami's feet. The fly is sitting on Swami's feet. It's not about whether you sit on his feet or touch his feet. Do you yearn to touch his feet? I am sitting far away yearning to touch his feet. Whether I touch it or not, I am more blessed than somebody who is actually sitting on the feet, not knowing what you have got and not yearning for that. It is a yearning that makes a difference, and therefore, it is a myth to say, how do I connect when Swami is not there? Another perspective to this, one devotee actually asked this from a sadhu whom we met in the Himalayas. We got very good reviews about that sadhu. He had 4.7 star review, I think. I mean, everybody said he's awesome. So we went to meet him. He was staying behind the Kedarnath temple. So we went to meet him, and he was, some Veda chanting and all was going on. He was sitting. So one of those devotees we were all Sai devotees who had gone there. So one of the devotees asked, Babaji, this was in 2012 or 2013. So he said, Babaji, our guru left. He was just listening. So now what we should do? Okay. And then that Kedar Baba, he told, Murkh, he said, Murkh means you fool. Kya roop avatar hota hai? He asked. Is the form the avatar? He said, Shabd avatar hote hai. He said, the words are the avatar. Don't you have the words of the avatar with you? Then the avatar is with you. Don't tell that your guru left. Wow. We had to get tutored and educated by somebody who is not a Sai devotee. That's why I say, who is Sai devotee, who is not, Swami has to decide. So let's shed all these 50 years devotee, 40 years nothing, doesn't matter. Do I yearn for Swami? Is my yearning tomorrow more than my yearning for him today? That's what matters. That's what will help me make progress. And I think for yearning, I don't need the physical form, because even before, as I said, sitting here, you didn't have the physical form. You had it for 2 out of 365 days. So 2 out of 365 days, you are allowed to think, how can I yearn for him? Other days, continue to yearn how you were used to do before. Right? So it is the yearning that we should get. And that's why every time in all my speeches, I try to conclude always with the statement that, Swami, let my love for you keep growing stronger every passing day. Because then only it is life, otherwise it is death.
Truly blessed, inspired and amazed. Our last question. Last question. We have the last 5 minutes. People
Okay.
would like you to share experiences of how it was to photograph Swami, especially the one with the folded hands, or any experience that you would like to share.
Well, the one with the folded hands, Swami's gift. See, I always felt that, when Swami left, that was when a lot of people had this feeling that, hey, how could Swami leave? Even I had that same feeling. How could Swami leave? How can he leave like an ordinary mortal? But when I looked back, I saw that Swami had given so many indications, so many of them. It's just that we chose not to see. Swami would tell the Chinnakatha, that God will first send grey hair. I'm getting it, see. Okay. And what does man do? He'll dye it. He'll make it black again. Then Swami will send, then God will send wrinkling of the skins. Then we have the most amazing, your skincare in America is awesome. Like, I saw that, I was, like my wife said, okay, get this. Superb it is. Superb lotions, creams, double hydration, triple hydration. Hydration is marketed so much that first day in United States, I applied a shampoo instead of moisturizer because the shampoo is somewhere down, but the hydration, moisture is full. All I thought it's a moisturizer. Yeah, put shampoo somewhere. No, first tell who you are, then tell your titles. Okay, anyway, so when you get wrinkled skins, we just cover it up. We do cosmetic surgery, whatever we do, and we fine. And then we start losing teeth one by one. We put denture, most amazing, well-fitted dentures, everything done. Start going bald, then we put a wig. And then death comes. And like, hey, how you came? You didn't tell me. What I didn't tell? From 20 years I've been sending indication. You just cover up everything and you tell. Like that only. With Swami also, that was a realization that I saw that so many indications Swami gave, we just chose not to see. And one among those many indications I felt was this also. And the way it happened was magical. That was the day when somebody from Germany, one person had come, and he had come to Puttaparthi because he has set up a United Nations supported museum in Germany, and it's a puppetry museum, and he has married a South Indian Madras lady who happens to be a Swami's devotee, and she has tried to get him to Swami. He has never come, so she finally located that 30 miles from Puttaparthi is a place famous. It's Nimmala Kunta or some one village is there which is famous for puppetry. So she said, go collect those puppets and come. And so he had come to collect those puppets. She said, by the way, here's Puttaparthi also, just go there. So that's how he had come to Puttaparthi. And he had with him one new camera, Nikon camera. And he just said he's a photographer, and I somehow, I don't know why, I went and told him so many stories about Swami. I spent the whole day with him. I don't know for why I did that. I just did that. And then he said, I'm very happy, I'm not a devotee. I was like, oh God, like, simply wasted my entire time, But he said, but I like your passion and I like all your photographs. So with which camera you are taking photos? So I showed him my camera. Though I was at Radio Sai, all the photos I have taken with my own personal camera. There was no camera that time. Till 2010, the camera didn't arrive. So I showed my Nikon camera. He said, no. With this camera you are shooting all these photos. That's when I realized how much is Swami's grace when we get good photos, right? He was very surprised. Then he said, you should shoot with Nikon D3X. Okay, Nikon D3X at that time was costing 4 lakhs. I said, yeah, you should. Then he said, no, really, I will give you. You come to Germany, I will give you. I said, yeah, sure. Like, where I'll come to Germany? And he had left. Okay. But some 2 weeks later, he calls me. Somebody calls and says, he's asking when you'll come to Germany because you want to give camera. This was luckily his wife's relative, who is also Sai devotee. I said, brother, Sairam, you try to make your uncle understand where I'll come to, what he's telling. I'm not going. Simply he told that, so I said like this. Oh, okay, he's seriously thinking you'll come to Germany. He definitely wants to give you the camera. I'm not coming to Germany. No. And I said, see, I don't want him to spend money. No. He has bought a new one, but he has got an old camera, which is this. He wants to give that. I said, no, I don't come to Germany. Yet through somebody he sent it. And this camera reached me on the 14th or 15th of March. Okay. And I first saw it had so many controls. So I started studying that camera. It came. That camera is still with me at home. So I started studying. And then I got to know that it has one feature where it can shoot multiple frames per second. Okay. It could shoot 11 frames in a second. And I said, oh wow, this is an interesting feature. We should try this out. Where I should try it out? So what would happen those days? After Aarti and Jai Bolo Bhagwan, when they say Jai Bolo Bhagwan, Jai comes, that's why I really feel every time like telling. Last 4 or 5 years, whenever Swami Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sathya Sai Babaji ki Jai, then he lifts his hand. It's so beautiful. That's why I'm so used to in a way, whether they tell or not in a bhajan session, in my heart I tell, because I feel that's when the blessings come. So when Swami would raise his hand like this, I would get up and take a photo because I want a photo of him looking directly into the camera and blessing. Then it'll be a nice photo it'll be. But what would happen is, because Swami is doing like this, sometimes he raises his hand will be blessing your camera, but he'll be looking elsewhere. Or he'll be looking at you and he'll be blessing elsewhere. So because when I get up and click one photo, it's not. I thought, now you know what I'll do? I'll get up and click 11 photos. In one of them, at least both would have synced. Hand will be in sync with the eyes. That was my idea to shoot. And the first day I took my camera to Mandir was the 20th of March, 2011. And At the end, Jai Bolo Bhagwan ki Jai, as they said, as Swami was about to raise, I raised up on my knees and pressed the button. Trrr, it was firing. That day, for some strange reason, instead of blessing, Swami raised his hand and did this. And he did namaskar to everybody. And I pressed one more. So actually, I haven't released all those images, but I've got 22 images, of Swami every stage doing this. And the 22nd, the last image, Swami did that. He looked directly at me and he did this. I have that image as well. Swami looking and blessing. And I was like, what is this strange thing? And it was totally his gift. I didn't know that he was going to do that. And no video camera is there that day. There's no video of that. There's only this photo. You can make a video actually out of it. As I said, I've got 22 images of that. But later when I thought, I felt this was Swami's message. I felt like all his life, Swami calls us, he starts his discourse saying, Prema Swarupulara, embodiments of love. You are love. I am God, but so are you. All his life Swami has been, in fact in 2002 Guru Purnima, Swami said, I'm banning Pad Namaskar. Public discourse. Swami said, no more Pad Namaskar. Because you are also God, I am also God. Why should you fall at my feet? Swami has been trying to inject this lesson in us. I felt that was like a final act where he was telling, okay, the Sai in me is saluting the Sai in you. Now at least believe. Believe that you are divine. Don't run behind forms. Don't run behind different things. Search within. You are God. Realize that. This was my understanding of that event. Swami prostrating, saying that Swami is prostrating the Swami in you. But what did we do? We replaced his form with one marble structure and said, this is Swami now. So then, this is my understanding. Then Swami brought on the pandemic, saying you can't go there. Then we'll do something we want. Then we'll go to other guru. We'll wait for Prema Sai. If Sathya Sai couldn't help you, Prema Sai will give up on you. There's only one Sai that I know, and he is full of Prema. He is my Sathya Sai. He is my Prema Sai. This was the story of that Namaskar photograph.